Directors. This personality type is often very direct with things. They're decisive, focused, analytical, logical, tough-minded, exacting, emotionally contained, or strategic thinkers. These are people who you'd often find owning businesses or are very good at math. They're very good with their hands. They're not so emotional. Most of them think it's a sign of weakness when it really isn't. But it's just the way they are. And they're very self-driven individuals, and they push themselves forward every day to reach their max potential. They're very, very driven. This is the director personality type, and this is based off of testosterone is associated with directors. The next personality type is negotiators. They often see the big picture. They're usually emotional, and they are very good at communication skills. They excel at reading posture, gestures, facial expressions, tones of voice. They can easily sense what's wrong with you or how you're feeling. They're very caring. They're very nurturing. They're mentally flexible. They're very agreeable and idealistic and emotionally expressive. They're just generally very emotional and caring individuals, and very pure. This is the negotiator, which is driven by estrogen, which is found in females, but it can also be found in males. The same thing with testosterone can be found in females just as much as it can in males. Just because one is born with more of one than the other doesn't mean that both of them don't have them. The next personality is builders. They are driven by serotonin, which causes them to be calm and social, cautious but not fearful. They're persistent, loyal. They like following rules. They don't want to get into trouble. They're not very thrill-seeking. They sort of they're quiet. They're very fond of the facts and orders, or very orderly, conductive. They're conventional, and they're usually described as guardians of tradition. They like to be in religion. They like to be in social groups. They're oftentimes are churchgoers and religious. They're very skilled at building social networks and managing people. These are called builders, and they're driven by serotonin. Now, the last personality is an explorer. They are often novelty seekers. They're willing to take risks. They like the rush and thrill of things. They're spontaneous. They have lots of energy, and they're curious and creativity. They're very creative and artistic, and they like music a lot. Optimistic, enthusiastic, and very flexible. Or they're mentally flexible. They're able to see things from a lot of different angles, as well as negotiators are. But this is the personality of an explorer, and that is driven by dopamine. These are the 4 personality types on a very, very vague and basic level, just to give you an idea of what they are, and which of them might apply to you. What most people don't realize is that every single human being that exists is composed of the same exact neurological chemicals. There is nobody who is an exception to this. We are all born and stemmed off the same exact chemicals, and depending on the variety of these chemicals, which ones are more prominent than others based on hereditary, it describes how the individual personality is. People are a lot more alike than most people know. Our behavior is very repetitive. We are very much the same individuals deep down inside. But, of course, it doesn't mean we're identical. We're not exactly the same, but we are very much alike in human behavior as a whole. I'm going to go into extremely deep detail about these 4 personality types in the following videos. This was simply a intro video just to give you an idea of what I'm going to start talking about.